Rupi Lakshmanan on Typical News Studio. Well, today I have a sensational news for you. What is it about? It's about the technical error forces AirAsia X flight to make its turn back to KLIA 2. An AirAsia X flight, which took off to Jeddah, spent about 4 hours circulating around Malacca airspace just to burn its fuel for its safe landing. The plane returned to KL International Airport 2 6 hours later around 5:40 p.m. as it took off from the airport earlier at 12:20 p.m. The reason for the turn back has been mentioned due to technical error by the authorities. According to the Acting Transport Minister, Dato Sri Yeo Kyung Lai, the incident is being further investigated to identify the actual cause of the technical error on the aircraft. AirAsia Chief Executive Officer Tan Sri Tony Fernandes added on that it was a normal routine return to the base. It could have been continued its journey to Jeddah, but we felt it was better for it to return. AirAsia said in a statement, as a safety precaution and full compliance with all international security and safety standards, the aircraft made a turn back and safely landed at KLIA at 5:40 p.m. today. All passengers on aircraft are being now transferred to a new flight which is being scheduled to take off at 7 p.m. later. The aircraft made a successful turn back and landed safely at KLIA 2 today at 5:40 p.m. All passengers on board are now being shifted to a new aircraft which is being scheduled to take off at 7 p.m. today. Thank you.
Game of War. Play for free now from the App Store.
Good evening, I'm your weather forecaster, Sarah Jane. Now here's the latest weather forecast. Good news for our Malaysian residents, the rainy season has finally come to an end. According to the forecast, we can expect sunny days this week at an average of 30 degrees Celsius. So look forward to sunny skies, better days. Moving on. Now while we will most probably be complaining about the heat, our friends from other countries are complaining about the chills. So let's check out the weather at Northeast. After 2 rounds of snow this week, we're going to experience a much colder weather. Arctic air is beginning to pour in. Now, as we go further into the week, windy and frigid. Again, some snow showers could build into the state of Maine. Next news, the tropical storm Hagupit, also known as Ruby, which was heading towards Manila, has been downgraded from a typhoon after crossing the country. However, please do not take this lightly. In the capital, residents are preparing for heavy rain and strong winds. Please make sure that you and your family are at a safe house as the typhoon is still traveling westwards across the Philippines. Residents of the capital and surrounding regions should expect winds from up to 100 km per hour in the next 24 hours and be prepared for possible flash floods, landslides, and storm surges for up to 2 meters. Well, that is all for today's weather forecast. To keep updates on the current news, do follow us on Facebook and Twitter at typicalnews.com. Now, I'll pass it to Daniel for the sports update. Goodbye for now!
There's a new kind of juice made from whole fruits, vegetables, and ice. Nutrininja, now with Auto IQ. One-touch intelligence for maximum extraction. Gives you 100% of the fruits and vegetables. Healthy fuel your body craves. Nutrininja, also available on Ninja Professional Blending Systems.
Thank you, Sarah Jane. A very good evening and welcome back to Typical Sports News Studio. In today's news, we have Arif, who is the former Badminton Association of Malaysia, doing fine by himself in being an independent shuttler. Not to forget, we have the young and talented Malaysian Muizuddin Mushafar Abdul Ghaffar, who is only 12 years of age and drives the go-kart professionally. Muhammad Arif Abdul Latif solid performance for Muar City DC in the Kopiko Purple League has served a reminder that independent shuttlers can do just fine on their own. Arif left the Badminton Association of Malaysia in 2013 but has managed to stay competitive. The 25-year-old Negeri Sembilan born man is a single player and is the third highest ranked Malaysian at number 55 in the world, just behind suspended number 3 Lee Chong Wei and number 32 Chong Wei Feng. He even gave national number 3 Liu Darren a heavy beating during the Purple League Champions Challenge last Saturday. Boosted by his solid show, Arif now plans to stake a place in the national team to compete in international team events. The Badminton Association Malaysia have asked some of us, the independent players, to attend selection trial for the Sudirman Cup, which will be held in China, and the SEA Games, which will be held in Singapore this coming June. For Arif, his next assignment is the Kuala Lumpur Open, which starts at the KLBA Stadium in Cheras on Tuesday. Moving on, who says you can't drive at the age of 12? There is no looking back for young and talented Malaysian Muizuddin Mushafar Abdul Ghaffar. Muizuddin ended another disappointment in two-leg World Series cutting. The 12-year-old only could finish 24th out of 32 go-cutters in the 16-lap KF Junior category that took place at La Conca, Italy on Sunday. In the first leg at La Conca on February 1st, Muizuddin was placed 23rd. He collected a total of 16 points over the 2 rounds to be placed 16th overall, despite a small campaign. Team manager Salvatore Gatto saw a lot of positives from Muizuddin's performance in the championship. Muiz still has a lot to learn, especially when competing in wet conditions. We will continue to work hard and we're confident to come back strong in the coming races, said Gatto. Muizuddin's next task is the WSK Gold Cup at the Adra International Raceway in the southern Italy from February 26th to March 1st. That's all for today. Thank you for watching Typical News Studio. I'll pass to Bill Musa for the segment. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Bill Musa and welcome to tonight's entertainment segment. So last Sunday was one of music's biggest nights, the 57th Annual Grammy Awards. As usual, in true Grammy fashion, this year featured bizarre musical mashups and jaw-dropping moments. Performance lineups included unusual collaborations including Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett, as well as trio Kanye West, Rihanna and Paul McCartney. Pharrell Williams performed his hit single Happy, which turned serious when he brought up the issue of racial prejudice. Another social issue brought up was violence against women, which was done in a PSA by President Barack Obama himself, which left Chris Brown feeling uncomfortable in his seat. I wonder why. Another highlight was Kanye's attempt to interrupt Beck, who was up against Beyoncé for Album of the Year. Doesn't sound like something Kanye would do. Finally, as the night ended, Sam Smith bagged most of the awards. In Malaysia, our biggest musical awards are AIM and AJL. Compared to the internationally established Grammy Awards, we have much to improve on. Artistically, performances could be more unique and personalized to the artists themselves in order to bring their performances to a new level of artistry and emotion, which is what the Westerners do when they go absolutely nuts. For more information, you can head to www.typicalnews.com. This is Bill Musa signing off. Thank you and good evening.